with your Shadow Shaman, you can lay in the Sonic Wave and burst the Storm quickly. And you can go shard to get a little bit of silence, at least, as a queen. You know, it makes it decent to kind of initiate.
I mean, in that game you're mentioning in particular, he was 0-3 at 5 minutes and still had that 12-minute Bloodstone.
Yeah, it was absurd, man. I mean, Sumail, he's a legendary
Top lane. GH, the legendary IO, is being sieged upon by Boom and Ari. Ghost, though, putting in the pressure back towards them with the level 2 Rocket Barrage. They're actually chasing Boom. They want this Pangolier. Looks like they're going to get him. First blood drawn by Ghost on his Gyrocopter. Boom goes down. Gyrocopter stays up. So far in these games, Nigma
back to full HP. The Warlock just fixes him.
And level 2 Shadowword, it's good stuff. We're gonna pop it again, but this time around might not be as effective. Yuragi still does not have the level 6, and indeed he's gonna die before he gets it. No way out of this one, buddy. Noob throws in the Hawk to kill him. Batrider will just pick up the Shrine.
Yeah, he's playing to the deep areas, not really worth going in. Even if you could find him back there, it might not really work out as the IO can TP in and heal him up very quickly. Instead, mid lane, we're gonna find the Batrider. Looks to be an easy pick-off.
Yeah, whatever. He was just soaking experience, trying to finish off his boots. So he doesn't really care that much. But speaking of where they're coming from, NAVI is coming from the south side and they're heading north. They want to catch this Gyrocopter. IO does have the relocate on GH. They're going to bait out a little bit with Boom, and now they're going towards Ghost. Do they have the relocate? They are offering drop down. Sonic Wave is out. They're dropping everything on top of him. Eventually he will end up falling. Now we'll see, will Nigma Galaxy get anything off the back edge? Sumail TP'd in, but he realizes the fight is already over.
Yeah, it's Aurora and then what? So a little bit awkward for Noob.
Oh, Hex going out onto Sumail. He's been caught in by Ari. Ari dropped a Giga Ward for this one as well, but Ari will be the first one to die as Ghost shows up as well with IO. They want to put in the pressure with the Gyrocopter. Copy, eating a homing missile right now. Omar hits him with the Flame Break, but doesn't have Lasso. Can't hold Copy in position. Gyrocopter gets relocated back with the IO. And this fight will end up ending with just being a quick pick-off onto the Shadow Shaman. Doesn't seem like much else will happen.
Yeah, just a small outcome after a big fight, the big brawl. Now more. The center stomp to start.
This could be huge. They got the stomp onto the Boom Pangolier. He's going to try and get out with the swashbuckle. Big Sonic Wave to push back all of these heroes. Unfortunately, it's just not enough.
The Golem as well. Really committing double support ultis for this. But if you get your Aegis, it feels pretty amazing.
While that was happening, they smoked up on Nigma, so they might try to actually catch them on the retreat here. Who will they find? They come across the Pangolier. Doesn't get himself away just yet. Nice Hex onto Sumail. They hold him in position too. Abaddon immediately dispels the lasso. And here comes Parker with the Gyrocopter on the back edge. They've taken out the Shadow Shaman. Sonic Wave, it connects, but it's not enough damage. Primal Roar now goes back onto Copy, and Copy's gonna die. IO, he goes back, leaving the Gyrocopter behind to clean up onto Boom. And now as Copy returns, he does not have any way out of here except for the blink. He does manage to do so at the last second as they killed off Sumail. Yuragi now with the Abaddon and the Radiance putting in the burn damage. Between him and Kaori, they're gonna rinse this fight. Ghost about to die, Yuragi kills him as well. It started so solidly for Nigma, but it ends up being a disaster. Fatal Bonds, baby, turning the fight around.
Fatal Bonds Radiance. And I think once they get this pipe complete on Beastmaster, the Radiance timing power spike can be mitigated greatly.
Bottom lane. Boom. Well, this is one of the things we don't get to see too much in our games because we don't get to see IO, but I don't miss this, I won't lie. Like, seeing this gives me some very bad flashbacks of some of my pubs, so I don't miss seeing that at all.
You show up on any side of the map and you just get gone on by like 3-4 heroes. It's just a different flavor of the Dawnbreaker ganks, really.
At least they don't have Nature's Prophet too. As we do see Shackles coming out. They do find a noob and he's isolated from the rest of his team. He actually dropped down the ultimate. It's not going to be enough to do anything. The cooldown from the Gyrocopter was there, but they had to utilize the relocate to go get a kill elsewhere. Mr. Navi are busy pushing through bottom, and the team is coming. Storm Spirit came through with the Twin Gate, and they're going to go towards Ari. Gets zipped upon, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about this. Omar quickly kills him off, and they could still decide to go for more. Sumail looking towards Boom and Kaori. Once Kaori first, the Democate will protect this Warlock for now. There's a silence still going in onto Sumail. The Sonic Wave, it misses the Storm Spirit. It hits the Batrider, sure, but Sumail Sumail is still alive, and now with the Vortex, he's bringing Copy back. Copy needs to get out. Here are Noob and the Gyrocopter trying to lay out the damage, but Yuragi, he's just posting up into Noob's face, driving this Beastmaster away. They do force the ultimate out of him. Ghost decides to go back with this IO. Immediately they TP out on the Beastmaster as well. So they leave this IO.
Sometimes you wish you were a little bit closer. Maybe I have had that blink.
It's actually a big catch right now that they're finding onto Boom, because they're going to bring in the Gyrocopter with the IO, hoping to find the damage. But the shackles from Ari, making sure that the Gyrocopter doing what he keeps doing what he's doing. Kills GH before the relocate finishes, but now here comes Sumail. They dish in the damage, they kill off the Shadow Shaman. Boom, hoping to turn the side towards Sumail to get the silence out on top of him. He does manage to get away, just barely. Sonic Wave will be there. Sumail still living as the IO does go down, but now Sumail is out of mana. He doesn't have a way out of this fight. Can he zip away at the end? No. Dies to the Fatal Bonds. Gyrocopter at the very least able to TP into the fountain, but all he can do is watch as the rest of his team cannot do the same. Noob now surrounded by Navi, killed off. A triple kill for Kaori. Carry Warlock, baby. You saw it here first. They have halted the Roche attempt for now.
That was a quick shield again by Yuragi. He's really on point with his Photic Shield reactions to the lasso.
Boom, coming with the Rolling Thunder. They do manage to get the kill out onto Omar. Copy unable to finish him off. The Rolling Thunder connected onto Noob, but he's not the biggest target. At the very least, though, Copy will be there. They find the damage out. Noob forced to drop. The ultimate is not going to be enough. At the same time, there's a chaotic offering on the back end of the fight, isolating the Gyro, leaving him very far from Noob. So Beastmaster ends up dead, and now Ghost has to fight the world on his back. He's trying his best. Flat Cannon going everywhere. He's dishing out the damage. He's already got a double kill. He's about to get a triple as they bring down the Shadow Shaman too. Slip in from Sumail. He finds Copy, finds the Queen of Pain. The Queen's gonna try get in the tree. He's gonna try get out. HY was right. It's the correct decision as Yuragi also backstabs them to bring down Ghost, ending the dominating streak of the Gyrocopter.
Wow, what a kill.
As the chaos finally settles down. Very low on the road. They gotta go now if they want to make anything happen, but they are too late. Copy able to snag up the Roshan. Nigma Galaxy, are they overcommitted? Yes, they are. They're gonna still try and take the fight. Nice hex from Ari onto Sumail, preventing the Storm from doing his thing, but it will not matter. Omar got the catch onto Kaori, dragged in the Warlock. The Gyrocopter damage is there. We'll see if there's anybody available to save this tier 2 tower.
He's got a Basher now as well.
The jump, they find the Gyro. Sonic Wave is out. Ghost is in trouble. He does get a BKB off. GH is going to be there as well. The chaotic offering stunning them both. They finally get them back though. Gyro putting the damage back. In the meantime, Omar gets assassinated on the far side of the fight. And Sumail trying to chase down Ari, looking for the Shadow Shaman. Will be able to get him, but can he get out is the question. The answer is yes for now. On the high ground, Copy's still chasing him. Yuragi is there as well with the Blink Dagger. They catch up to the Storm Spirit and they do kill him. It's a 2-for-1 exchange, but one that really hurts Nigma because they don't have buyback on Sumail.
Even with the Aegis timing out, they still want to shut down Nigma's farm.
Omar, he's trying to go on the side. He has already activated the Firefly, but in comes Boom, looking for the Rolling Thunder. Ghost gets off the BKB first though. Sumail wants to try to bring down these supports. They get on top of Kaori. He's not going to die though. The Sonic Wave pushing Sumail and Omar back. They've already managed to bring down Omar. Sumail follows him into the grave. And they get the doubles.
And that's one lane already claimed, going for the next one. Yuragi, no signs of stopping.
Thinking about the rolls, gonna go in, they connect onto Ghost. There's no BKB available for this Gyrocopter. Chaotic offering is out as well. Ghost is dead. Unstoppable streak for Yuragi. Boom, rolls back in onto GH. They kill off the IO. In the meantime, Omar's already lost his life, and so is Noob as he gets railed through with the Sonic Wave. Nigma, everybody's dead, their base is in shambles, and the GGs do not feel like they are very far away. Now they're actually trying to force the issue. They're going to force some buybacks coming in from Nigma. They also get the catch onto Yuragi.
I mean, that was Yuragi, some pub autopilot right there, going into the enemy fountain to try and buy stuff, you know. Oh, let me pick up items here, but he gets punished.
Oh no, Ghost, he can't die here, he can't die here. This could be a game-losing death, and indeed it is. He dies back on the Gyrocopter. Sumail doing what he can against Copy and Boom, but what he can do is somewhat limited here. They at least get back to the base with Omar.
Rax is slowly falling, working on the range racks first, knowing that all that is unhealable damage, as we say.
Omar gets the blink in. They will not actually have managed to break this in time. There is going to be a Aurora as well, but where is the damage? Boom just goes ahead and kills with Omar on the backline of the fight. And now when the stuns are down, Copy is free to do what he wants. Blinks into silence Sumail, hits him with a Sonic Wave. Kills both him and Noob. And as the IO just has to watch in complete impotence as he can do nothing. It's a triple kill for Boom. There's multiple buybacks from Nigma, but it will not matter. GG, well played has been called. NAVI, who knows if they're back, but I do know that they took game one in very entertaining fashion. 18-28, and not long before the game actually ended, it was very, very even. Like, the game was 39 minutes. At 32 minutes, it was literally dead even. Yeah. There was nothing between them.
15-15, dead even. Yeah, it was a really, really close call. And I said that, you know, Navi, they don't want to go silently into the late game. They want to make something happen, and they just ended the game, man. They just went ahead and won. So that's a good way to not head to late game. This could be problematic, man. Medusa does not care about minus armor at all due to how Mana Shield works. I'm sure everybody watching pretty much knows this already, but it's worth repeating. Only 2% of the damage going through the Mana Shield is actually going to care about the mana armor reduction. 98% of it does not matter what your armor is.
Well, here we are underway. Game 2. Mid lane, Copy versus Sumail, the Kunka versus the Slaughter.
More Timber.
Oh no, Boom goes down. GH. Okay, they just decide to do the 3-hero combination. Heroes we don't always get to see. What happened to Hoodwink? Like, she sort of just disappeared off the face of the map in the meta.
Yeah, it was after she got some nerfs to the what's it called, her facet, the tree bounce one.
We'll talk about it in a second as they quickly kill. Oh no, it's just GH, it's fine, keep going.
Yeah, but she used to have the really annoying facet. Now the go nuts facet is a little bit nerfed. You still have to go for it.
That's such a gift for picking
stacks,
Hoodwink.
by the way. God damn.
Mid lane, we're gonna have a little bit of a conflict here because the first bolt of the game will crash in onto Slaughter. Copy is very low, but Kyrie also dropping behind a blood grenade onto GH, who eats a corrosive haze. He'll be the first one to die here. Copy, no, he doesn't die. They tried with the acorn shot. It's not necessary though. Eventually they find the tick-off thanks to some creeps providing the damage. We'll see if Ari is able to get vision of this area. He's in the vicinity right now. They were hoping to try and invade on the shrine. The vision will ensure that they get the shrine, but they might still lose Noob's life for this one. What a stun from the Kunka! Sumail is here trying to protect his life. Sadly though, he will fail. Noob still ends up going down. Now Sumail needs to flee. Again, I direct you all to Mr. Game Ruiner himself. Here he is. As he's in the top lane, they're hunting down Yoragi. There will be a Bramble Maze terrorized. Do they have the damage? The Bedlam is out. Kunka gets the X marks, not even really required. Omar could have solo killed him.
You know, he just exists to bring some minus armor for the SF and maybe an Ensnare here or there. They're actually looking at Medusa. 20 magic charges.
Do they have the juice with this one? Stone Gaze will come out from the Deuce as Boom also emerges quickly. The stuns will be there. Copy though is on the other side. Already has the corrosive haze out. They've already found the stun. Long range sharpshooter eviscerates her mana and they do get the kill. Doesn't really like having to deal with going past all of that mischance. So I really would have preferred to see the Radiance instead of this BKB.
I think I generally agree. Ronan, hold up.
Mid lane.
Fine. Trying to turn
Copy
it.
might not be fine. The X is coming in. Bedlam is out. They're going in towards him. Both crashes onto Kaori and it provides the damage necessary to kill Copy.
I think mentality is the important thing. His mentality right now is, let's survive the early game. Naga will carry this game if we survive. Great Echo Slam onto the Hoodwink. Hello and goodbye.
Ghost is actually the one that gets the credit for that kill despite doing nothing but A-clicking.
Farms ancient creeps as well. Meanwhile, the move is for mid tower, so SF just going tower to tower, not even waiting for the creeps to arrive. He's just saying, yeah, I'm hitting this.
I mean, with the D-Lance, he's outside of the tower range, right? So he can just be chilling. He will get X now, but unfortunately, that's just as the BKB arrives. Copy also jumps the backline. They're looking for GH, but the ET splitter demolishes Boom and Copy. Both of them die in the blink of an eye. GH God. And now Sumail trying to chase down onto Ari. The Hoodwink doing her best to try and get out of danger. She will succeed, but will Kaori? Does not seem like it. Fissure as well to interrupt the TP. He ends up dead. And it's a 3-0 affair.
Tormentor gets taken by the minus armor strat. Meanwhile, they lose out on the Roshan. So now with Aegis on Medusa, I do feel like Radiant might congregate around her.
Oh, Jules out onto the slaughter. He was just coming to try and take away this wave, but will pay for it with his life. He still doesn't have that BKB. In the meantime, they also caught out Ori.
For a second there when you say copy, but yeah, Uragi on this
Uragi, my bad.
I was like, damn, you see? But on copy, he does have the full BKB right now, so his power spike is in. Aghanim is complete, and as you mentioned,
but he might be dead before he can connect that BKB because he showed up in the wave, immediately got echoed by Noob. Will Navi be able to avenge him?
looking to go on the Willows.
Looking towards the supports. They still haven't jumped in just yet. Copy finally does make the initiation with the Requiem. It's on to Dusa though, but she found the Stone Gaze, so she's still good. Uragi actually got Stone Gazed. Terrorize will be there as well. He needs to get out of here. The Split Earth will be there. He actually dies.
Oh no.
Kaori just can't save anybody with the Song of the Siren. He's going to attempt to TP out now. Will Sumail find him? No. He gets out at the very least. But nobody he tries to save can do the same. And now Copy going to be forced to pull a Nightfall. BKB TP out on the 9-second version.
Yeah.
Would it be long enough to outlast the X? Yes. So he's okay.
The Naga innate evasion. Eel skin saved him.
Wow. Top lane. They're going on to Ghost here, and he has evasion coming in from the butterfly. They actually just straight up kill Ari. That's a buyback though. In the meantime, BKB Timbersaw going in onto the back lines of these engagements. Activates the Ags as well, trying to do something here, but unfortunately, these heroes are just so tanky, and Ghost is just posted up on the front lines of the fight. Fissure coming back onto Boom as his BKB expires. Oh, the torrent with the tidal wave brings both him and Copy right to the Medusa. They both go down. Ghost just posting up right now, forcing a BKB out of Uragi by just standing still. And they know it's up. It's over. GG, well played has been called. The drop looks so promising, Wanga, but this Medusa just broke it wide open for Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, honestly, that was just one of those cases where last pick changed the entire balance. I was like, oh yeah.
Casual Elder Titan. GH plays ET. All of a sudden, there's many core heroes dead with just him using basic spells from this hero. It's kind of amazing to watch.
I mean, as a wise man once said,
it's going to be ending the game with a Copy Arc Warden for the boys in yellow.
How appropriate that Copy is the guy who copies the Arc Warden from Nigma. The Copy Ninja is here. He's all good, and this wave is pushing so much. Noob is getting a lot of farm against the TA. Already has a massive 5 creeps pushing in that he can fall back on. And Uragi
he actually might kill Uragi. Noob has call. Is he gonna go for it? There's the Mel to try and protect him, but the TA been dragged out of it by the Berserker's call. Uragi trying to deny himself, but not able to do so. Noob finishes him off. First blood drawn by the axe in the offlane.
That was the cost of the early attempt onto the Jakiro's life. Omar baited them. They committed a lot of resources, and now the lane was so far up. TA just gets caught out of position.
Top lane, they're putting pressure onto GH as well. He does manage to get through the brambles, but that additional travel time allows Ari to land the second right click. So 1-1 across the lanes. First blood though still did go the way of Nigma.
Yeah. Ghost is gonna commit the Scorched Earth just to secure himself the healing lotus.
Both him and Kaori have had to chew through resources here. In fact, Kaori is ferrying in additional resources given the harass they've suffered down bottom.
I think a big part of that is Jakiro's impact in the lane. Like, Jakiro is just a stronger laning presence than Vengeful Spirit this early on. Sure, Vengeful will bring some minus armor, and later on it will have some nice utility with the ulti, but Jakiro, level 3, is already a monster.
Speaking of monsters, top lane, they might be trying to kill off. Oh, Sunstrike from Sumail. Okay, GH just debated them. I thought he was gonna die, but he was just setting them up. Beautifully done by Nigma.
The Arc Warden is playing the Runed Replica facet, by the way, so it doesn't have the Rune control, the Rune capture with the Magnetic Field. It's Meteor comboed. Hello? Painful.
are scanning. Scanning.
All right, sorry, we have some technical issues. Seems we have lost Nair for a little bit. We'll see if he comes back, but meanwhile...
I don't know. Looks like we have a lot of gremlins in the system today, but we're all good, right? We're back. We're Gucci.
Very nice.
All right.
Things happen.
Thankfully, not too much has happened, but there might be a kill onto Ghost. Stampede going towards it, but the Doom onto Boom. Not allowing for the stop, but it's not going to matter. Ultimately, Copy and Uragi have more than enough damage in the area. However, Copy's in danger. He's inside the macro pyre. Does manage to dodge the Sunstrike. Blood Grenade connects, but it's not going to kill him. He's going to be okay. And they just get 2 kills clean and clear. NAVI. Tier 1 tower as a reward as well.
Tower's already low HP. Our player is kind of moving over, but still kind of far away.
Nope. Just gonna keep skip a little bit here. We'll get caught inside the Bramble Maze. So here comes Copy. Looking forward with the damage. And they throw in the stun from Kaori as well. Noob is definitely gonna die. Uragi finishes him off with the Mel Strike. In the meantime, Nigma, they actually smoked up on their 2 supports, left the area, but there's no way for the smokes to go.
All that changes with the blink in hand.
Noob is approaching middle. He has an Invoker right in front of him. Atos, Sunstrike, Chaos Meteor. Well, Noob wasn't necessary, but at least you got to be a cheerleader. Moral support is nice.
He might go for more. The hardware is here.
Copy gets caught. ET Splitter will be there as well, but it's just a little bit shy on the range. Copy might still end up dead here though, and indeed he does. Culling Blade will be there. Ari with the terrorize back onto Sumail. They send back this Invoker. They need the damage to kill him. They finally find it. Ghost in the meantime throws the Doom out onto the Centaur. Gets dragged in by Noob as well. They're chasing down Boom. They want to get this kill. Looks like he will take out, but Noob might overcommit for this one. He's very far forward. Can he get out of here? Berserker's Core for the bonus armor. He's spinning for his life. They actually have to leave him alone for now. Ice Path goes forward. Ari almost got dunked, but went into the Shadow Realm. Hit long enough that they turned the tables onto Noob. Beautifully done by the Dark Willow of Navi.
He's off to a good start and finding a haste rune. He's looking for a pick on GH.
Yeah, they have Ari with them as well, so they'd love to get it. Noob, though, get the call out onto Ari. They get the them going, though, so Ari is doing a lot of damage. In the meantime, Uragi got in on the backlines, decimates Omar, brings down Noob as well. And sure, they do lose Copy. Sumail able to take him out on the other side of the fight without his allies helping him.
I think it's a good item to get. It's just about how long it takes to get there. Maybe he'll go for something like a 4-staff or something, but he's gonna swap the team.
Swap back, they got Ghost. That's the big prize, but they couldn't kill him in time. Cataclysm comes back. They've already brought down Kaori, and they found the stun onto Uragi too. He's got no way out of this one. He loses life number 1. They terrorize Ari though onto Ghost, sends him into the brambles, into the damage, and into his death. 2 for 1 so far, but one of those wasn't Aegis. So he's back with Uragi, ready to re-engage here. Boom, wants another jump. They go forward with Copy. They find the 2-hero stomp from the Centaur. Boom finds the kill to Omar, but with the cold snap on his head, he's feeling like he could die here. And indeed he does. Ghost brought back, wants to try and chase down Uragi, looking for the Doom. He keeps losing vision. They get the catch onto Ari, and Uragi is still juking, gets past the tornado as well. Do they have vision?
Oh, they
don't have vision, but they do have the Radiance Burn. If they just stick around long enough, they will get him, and they will kill him, even though it took a while.
Oh man, he tried his heart out. Uragi, first of all, he got a Sideblade kill on the Jakiro. A little awkward for them to just go in and take it as well.
They don't have the best Roche lineup in the entire world, but they're still going to try for it. Copy with his illusion, throwing out some fluxes. There's a terrorize from Ari with the Bramble Maze as well. But he can't get in close with additional damage. BKB now activated by the axe. Kaori's the one that's in danger through the macro fire. He dies. Sumail forced to pop BKB just to survive the right clicks of Uragi. And now Uragi gets himself doomed by Ghost as well. Unfortunately for Nigma Galaxy, all of this is happening very far from the rest of the team, so you can't keep them in place. And now Centaur coming forward, he found a stun onto Ghost. Ghost, is he gonna die for this one? Yes, he will. 110 seconds down for the Ghost. It's a dieback from the prior fight. The Jakiro, he's gonna join him in the grave if he gets found out in the trees, killed off. Boom finds Axe on the other side of the occasion. You know, get in the Uber gang, I got you. Cataclysm will also miss as Uragi blinks immediately, but Nigma, they smoke, don't go force the fight. They're TPing to the top lane. They get onto Kaori, but they don't have enough to really get the kill. Noob on him too with the BKB and the call, and they finally spin him down. It's a lot of commitment though for a position 5 Venge. Nigma would like more, but doesn't seem like they're going to get it. Instead, they might get death and nothing more. As this noob Axe almost loses his life to the TA. Uragi would love to follow this up. There's the Stampede to give him the forward momentum. Beautiful play by Noob to keep himself alive, but Sumail doesn't have such options. He does throw back the Tornado though towards Boom. Boom gets doomed up by Ghost. The Radiance Burn is going to be there. The Centaur is dying, but Uragi going to assassinate the backline. Takes out the Jakiro. On the other side, Omar at least gets to watch Boom die as well, following him, but still going to be a team fight when that Navi, he got caught by Copy. These Copy illusions with the awkward and they've been putting in so much work. They really want Newbie finally gets off the BKB. Kaori swaps him back. Melt hit. He goes up onto the high ground. The Spark Raid gets him and kills him. At the same time, Sumail did drop a pretty good Cataclysm, but nobody dies on the side of Navi. It's Sumail that has to run back to base. Unfortunately, the smoke into the Roach did not succeed, and they would have found maybe some heroes middle. And the smoke will pop. Tornado goes out. Oh no! Mis-synergy between the Axe and the Invoker. Ghost actually tried to jump in onto Kaoru, who swaps himself out, but they still will end up dead. Workhorse will be there coming in towards Ghost. He has his BKB active, but he's a little bit far from the damage dealers in his team. Invoker has been hexed up, so he can't help him. He did throw out the Doom onto Boom, but still, now that he has Uragi right on top of him, Ghost will end up dead, and there's nothing he can do about it. On the far side, they had Sumail completely controlled with the Hex, so he couldn't move in the fight either. Noob trying to get out of here. His BKB is about to expire. He does have a TP, but it will take way too long. He dies. It's a double for Uragi. At the very least, ET is out.
Together with Doom.
Who are they gonna catch? They actually found Copy.
Oh,
they actually found Copy. They actually found Copy, but do they know where he's at exactly? They don't have vision.
You're so close, Noob. Go to the right.
Oh!
He doesn't know yet.
No. Okay, they see him. They got him. They found him. Wait, they burst him. Copy. Oh no, he's been saved. Boom, able to get in with the Workhorse and the Stampede, keeping this awkward and alive. And he wasn't doomed either, so he's able to get to the low ground. He is safe. Noob, he's gonna be in danger instead. He tried to get a call to save his life, but Uragi is there with the right click damage, able to bring him down. This axe will fall. Kaori at the very least will be taken out by Sumail, but Uragi immediately finds revenge, blinking forward with the meld hit bash and bringing down the Invoker. He's not done just yet though. The silence out onto GH on the high ground. The blink is gonna get cancelled by Omar's Ice Park, but the swap will be there from Kaori. That is gonna be a double kill for Uragi. Ghost though, now that he's back in the mix, threw out the Doom, but immediately Boom there with the Workhorse protecting the TA. There will be a very nice call into the Tornado. Can they do anything with this? Ghost ends up getting the kill with the help of the ET splitter. They also get Uragi down as well. Oh boy. He's about to pick up a Dagon as well on Copy, so then you'll have E-Blade, Hex, Dagon, Octarine on this awkward. Jakiro is back by Kaori into the Copy awkward, and they should be able to kill him. Kaori though will die to the Cataclysm. The illusion gets the stun out onto Noob. Noob falling lower and lower, forced to pop the BKB. Kaori bites back to prevent the clone from being demolished. And now he's leading forward. Curse Crown out onto GH, and they are going to be able to get the kill on this ET. That is a dieback on him. That is a dieback on the Jakiro. And now Navi having numerical advantage to come and end the game. They are right back in the base.
They all have cooldown
another
BKB.
lane of Rex.
Every single core on Dire have cooldown right now. This is an impossible fight.
Kaori could die here. That'll be a nice kill. That's a dieback onto the Venge. Will they be able to achieve more here? They've already got themselves some mega creeps for Navi. Boom, zoning the rest of the squad back. They don't want to progress past him. Ghost does have Doom available again. He's actually TPing to the far side of the fight. Cataclysm goes out. Kaori, his illusion ends up getting brought down. But Ghost, he TP'd into the Hex Swagger. He TP'd into his death. Now there's no Doom for 95 seconds, no buyback available. They are still able to get Chaos Meteor onto Uragi, and Uragi will die on the TA. Sumail carrying this fight in the absence of his Doombringer, and he wants to chase for more. He sees the direction Ari is blinking in, would love to find him. There is vision from these wards. Ari knows the direction they're coming from. His blink on cooldown for 5 seconds. Here comes Awkwarden though. Awkwarden with the clone. Back lane onto you. You're not going to chase my support, my friend. I'm going to chase you. But Sumail comes in from the backline. Shiva's God is out, but he immediately gets himself hexed. He is in danger here. ET will provide the splitter, but it only connects onto the clone. Not of much value. They've already lost Noob. 2 minutes, no buyback for him.
Or he's stuck on the high ground.
Well, that's a small win for them at least, but he just blinks away. He's all good. He's fine. It's GH that's going to be the one that's struggling, as Copy just has all the spells in the world. Flux after flux, hit after hit, death after death. But now Sumail trying to solo Copy, drops the Chaos Meteors, trying to bring him down. Does he have the damage? He actually does. The king has never left. He's still on his throne. They're losing the game, but he's still a god. In the meantime, though, Copy with the illusions and taking care of the tier 4 towers. But he is going to be okay for the moment.
Yeah, I think they want to keep Ghost on the front line so that he gets gone on. But instead, it's Axel.
Oh, where did the swap come from? They swapped in Loop. They got Loop. They got him. He's down. 100 seconds. But he has buyback in 20. Ghost, in the meantime, still getting gone on by Copy, forcing him in all kind of different directions. Terrorize will be there in tandem with the stop from Boom. Ghost is going to go down, but he does have buyback. Utilizes it immediately. He wants to try and still defend the game. The Cataclysm went out in tandem with the Doom onto Ari, so they get that kill. Sumail, though, in trouble, thanks to Copy. But Sumail able to get out at the very last moment. He still lives. Kaori
Doom in trouble
gets
again.
another swap. This time it's onto the Doom, but Ghost does have the BKB ready to go. He flies forward, looking towards Kaori. Doesn't want to Doom himself through the Lotus Orb, but should be able to get the Radiance Burn, and that finds a kill. So they do get something. Doom thinking about going in to try and help out Boom here, as Kaori did swap to support and protect his Centaur. Will die for it, definitely. And Boom, he's still taking out to the Doom, and he gets caught in by Noob with the call, and there's going to be the dunk. Okay, this time. Bottom. Ghost is in with Copy. Almost able to get the kill. Sumail went forward. Forced to pump his BKB. Really wants this offboard, and an off doesn't really have the best way to protect himself. Chaos Meteor with the full Cataclysm. The full combo is out. Copy is falling low. Copy is going to die. No, he's not. He's still alive. The tornado is not enough damage. Wagga, he didn't die. Noob, though, able to get a catch onto TA. Yuragi, that's the first life taken away. Kaori gonna do his best to keep this fight going on the back edge. He will find a Chaos Meteor into his face. He goes onto the high ground to survive. Yule Scepter buying space, buying time, but the right click will bring him down. Ghost didn't die this entire time. His BKB will protect him as he attempts to TP out. He can't do it though. Kaori returning into the fray, finds a swap, ensures that Ghost is dead. There's no buyback for the Doom. There is one available for Sumail. They're going to have to play their hearts out to stay in this one. Game 3 is coming down to the wire. Kaori is swapping back GH. They burst down onto the ET, buys back instantly. Kaori did die, but has an illusion on the ground as Yuragi throwing in the right clicks towards Noob, trying to get the dieback on the axe, and they are going to get it. 2 minutes, no Noob. Everybody else is dying around them. They buyback from GH, but just as quickly as he returned, he gets sent back to sender. Omar can do nothing to help him here. And Sumail, the last survivor, the one who did his best, he held this game for as long as he could, but eventually it is not enough. Yeah, great game coming in from them. I'm going to have a hard time picking out the MVP from this one. Boom, great itemization, good usages of the Stampede and the Stomps. Kaori, excellent swaps back.